Hey, what's going on YouTube? Spartan 06 here, and I want to thank everybody who stopped by and watched my videos. I really appreciate it. I also want to go through today, I've been working on my SMG videos. This is basically just a how I build my weapons kind of thing. But I want to show you guys today some of the ones that I've built. You've already seen some of my helmets from Out of Work Spartan. This one was also featured in it, but you've also seen this one in my armor building one, which is just basically a montage of all the photos, all the pieces and stuff that come off of it. But I want to show you guys some of the weapons that I made. Basic knife, combat knife for on the shoulder, actually right on the chest of the armor. It was made for a con, so it doesn't have any sharp blades or anything like that, because everything needed to be nice and safe. But I made it just so that the armor would be nice and complete. Goes right there, so I at least have something. The reason why I built that is because it wouldn't allow me to bring my DMR, which I'm going to show you in a few seconds here. But I also built a second knife because I figured I liked having a second knife on me, which is going to go in the back at some point with its own case. It's my own design, kind of trying to mirror the Halo universes that way, but it has a wood blade which has been sharpened and then painted so that it looks like a real blade. And then these pieces on the top are made out of foam, combined with a wood handle and then a foam at the very end. So if you hit somebody with it, it's not going to be hard on this end, but if you hit them on this end, yeah, you're probably going to hurt somebody. So this one doesn't go with me to cons, but it normally just hangs out on display. But what I really wanted to show you guys today was my DMR. Put a lot of time into this. I'm really proud of it. I think it turned out really well. Here it is. Here's a nice full image of it. Turn it around for you to see. All of the parts on it are functional. Flashlight turns on. The sights here actually move up and down, are collapsible just in case. I was afraid that maybe they might get knocked and break off, so I tried to make sure that they were nice and collapsible. Sights come off. You can't see through them, unfortunately. Maybe on my next one I'll try to make the reflex lens come through there, which would be pretty cool. Trigger does work. Same with this little knob here that moves up and down, and that also corresponds to the opposite side. So they both go up and down at the same time. It has a mechanism for pulling back, and if you look really close on the inside, it has a bullet actually attached to the inside of it. When you pull it back, it moves with it, and you push it forward to lock it. The magazine comes out, which also has a bullet in the end of it, and goes back in there. But what's really cool about this one is that it has a hidden button that turns on the number counter in the back. Unfortunately, the display is really small, so I can't get a number counter that small, or at least I don't know how to build one yet. But if you click it, it does go on and off when you do pull the trigger, which is pretty cool. So at least it gives you a little sense of the gun actually working, firing. It has a full copper barrels running all the way down the length of the gun. That's where this part is hooked up with the spring and everything, so that it actually runs through the barrel. The copper runs down and actually down this back piece here, so that it gives you a nice tight and stable grip here. The battery for it is up in here, up where the magazine goes in, that runs the electronics in the top part here. At some point, maybe that'll become a piece that can be taken off so I can work on it, but right now it's just all glued and stable at the moment. A lot of details in it, all the little dots and shapes and designs, a lot of the little screws all over the place. Took a lot of time to paint it, spray paint it, make sure some parts were silver, put in some of the details with the whites. Some of the lettering, not all of them, had a little trouble with it because I couldn't spray paint them because they were really small. But other than that, I think it came out really good. It's got the sleek, slender shape of it, the depth and the details, up and down, front and back. Overall, I think it came out really, really well. Nice and lightweight. Feels really good in the hands. I mean, it contours. And it's just really nice. I think it came out really, really well. I wouldn't run around and throw it on the ground. It's not as hard and as stable as something that's been fiberglassed, but you know, with the foam, it's pretty rigid once you get enough layers of foam and glue and stuff into it, so they hold pretty well. A lot of the details and stuff that I put into here were all made separate pieces. So this is a separate piece. This was a skin that went on, different pieces that came in here. All stuff that you could do by hand, just carving and cutting, but I figured making a lot of nice sharp lines and stuff would be easier by making pieces and then gluing it back on. You can see all this stuff I have on my website, tahoanime.com. There's a link down at the bottom that says, you know, Halo Weapons, I think. You click on that and it'll actually show you the whole process of how this was built, where it started, how each of the pieces, the metals and the barrels and stuff, how they all went together, the process and the steps, how they all got pieced together when they got glued, painted. There's no descriptions on the actual materials that I used for like some of the glazing and stuff like that, but at some point I will do a full photo montage with hopefully and some explanations on some of the stuff I have when I do my SMG. That'll also explain a lot of stuff. So, but I hope you guys like it. Like I said, I think it turned out really well. Definitely, it's functional, moves around really good, and I really like it. Nice and lightweight. But hope you guys like it. If you do, leave a comment below. And thanks a lot.
And up and down and T back and T